Alright, it looks like we are live. Just want to make sure, see if the notification pops up on my end. That is really bugging me. There we go. My Streamlabs still had text selected. Is it going to notify on my end? I'm just going to assume it's working. So, hello everyone, welcome back to City Skylines Greenaway Valley. First thing you'll notice is that the downtown looks quite a bit different. So a couple things. So if you remember at the end of the last stream, the game crashed, and I thought I had autosave on, but apparently I had turned it off at some point. I don't know when. So yeah, basically I lost, well, a lot. So that wasn't great. So I just redid the entire downtown. I tried to stick like somewhat close to what was there before. Obviously some things have moved. Eden Project is still pretty much in the same location. What is it? Central World buildings have moved here instead of up in this corner. This is now up here. The business park and the official park as well. I tried to keep the style pretty much the same as well. Yeah. So a couple things. The expo center is now. Ooh, are we having power problems? We are. Okay. Where is my? Yes, where is my Echu? That should fix the power problems, hopefully. Or are you gonna... Wait, did I use the wrong... I used the wrong, solar tower. I meant to use the solar updraft tower. There we go. Okay. Come back over here. Yeah, so... Downtown looks different. That's just gonna kind of have to be that way for a bit. Yeah, not much I could have done about that, unfortunately. Like, since autosave was off, it was nowhere in my files. You'll also notice I have a public library down here. That was just kind of boost the education in this area. And something I want to talk about is, like, I like the transition from, like, here over to here. It seems very natural. But on this side, it seems like a little too much of a drop-off, so I might go in and add some other unique buildings. And maybe increase the density. Part of the reason it's like that is because over here is like leisure specialization, so it's a lot lower density. Also, they keep complaining about garbage, but like, actually our garbage processing status is pretty iffy. But besides that, yeah. So, also, you'll notice in the top right, I know it's kind of over the radio logo, but I am on call tonight. So if I go mute and I switch to intermission like really suddenly without warning, that means I'm getting a call and I need to take it. Actually, if I go mute, it means I'm getting a call. If I switch to the intermission screen, it means I need to go down and respond. So that's just all that means. Donation link also live. I know it's covering up a lot of these buttons. Hello, Jose Bobelli. Yeah. Also, with my relight tool, I always like just kind of pick a location that I think looks good. And I looked up these coordinates. It's in the middle of the South Atlantic. So, you know, not a real place. Sometimes if I'm basing it off a certain region, I'll set coordinates to somewhere in that region. I have a couple other cities, one that's based on California, one that's based on kind of like the northern United States, so I just have the coordinates set to Duluth, Minnesota, and another that's based on kind of a more European style, so I have its coordinates in the middle of Sweden. But yeah, for this one, I just kind of randomly picked the coordinates, and it just so happens to be in the middle of the ocean. But that's fine. Aside from that, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. I did go ahead and upgrade this side of the highway to have more lanes just all the way across. So for the most part, it now has 4 lanes. Occasionally, when it reaches junctions, it goes down to 3. But yeah, so this is now a 4 into a 5. I might end up doing the same thing on this side just because they're having similar lane issues. The other thing I did was I specified every single node on this highway, except for that one, because that one is like, that one they really need to be able to go across since that one's right there. There's not another node in between, but every single node on this highway is specific. So like this one, these guys can merge here, and then this guy can go to this lane. They go straight across, and then this guy can go to the outer lanes. So that way they can get out of there if they don't want to exit. And then on this one, the very left lane can come into the center. This one, again, with the merging and then, getting people out of the exit lanes. I believe I have another, like, come from the left merge somewhere up here, maybe. This one can go to the right because there's another exit up here. This one. So this one, I basically just did a fast one, so the outer lanes can come in, and then the inner lanes can go out. And then this one, the second from the right can go to the very right, because this is specific all the way across. Also, you can see the autosave up in the corner, and then beyond there, I didn't really do much, because hardly any traffic uses this part. Like, there's some, but for the most part, they're either leaving the city or going towards the industry areas. Also, this one leveled up to level 5 while I was working on getting everything back up to speed. This one I don't think has enough workers. Yeah, no. There's plenty of resources, not enough workers, but that's fine. I might end up putting more in here, but I'm not sure. Especially now that we've had the Eden project, which is reducing pollution. I might end up expanding this a little bit. I just don't want to ruin the landscaping that's here. And lastly, I've been kind of glossing over this. I decided while I was rebuilding everything to mark this whole island as a future airport and transit hub, just because, one, that's really the only spot that it would fit. I mean, I guess it could fit maybe like if there was an artificial island, it could fit. But other than that, there's really no place for an airport. Maybe over here if we hadn't put the farms. But that's about it. Maybe like down here, but that's like right at the edge of the map. And I also thought, how cool would it be, once these areas are built up, to just like be on an airplane, and then you're just flying in, and then you just land like on this island in the middle, or maybe they go from this way. Even if they went from this way, that'd be pretty cool, because like you're kind of following the river, and then you land like right in here. Another thing I did, where am I? Is I reworked the public transit in this area, specifically the metro. I obviously had to. Okay, I don't really want to see the metro lines, so I'm just gonna go for this view. So you'll see I now have, there's a few lines. One, I have a loop that has lines going in both directions that just goes around like the main part of downtown. I also have sort of this north and south line, or maybe east and west, I don't know. So the bottom one, the purple line, goes from like the Central World location, makes a brief stop in Hickory Heights, comes down to Willow Heights, and then comes to sort of this side of Hemlock Heights. This one, the green line, Starts at, what is this building? The Serving Services Offices. Oh, that's tough to say. Um, Makes a brief stop in here, sort of the Oak Park area. Bypasses Willow Heights, goes onto this side of Hemlock Heights, and then it comes over and has a stop at the university. Why are they having water issues? Because our water availability is low. That would do it. And where is my Advanced Inland Water Treatment Plant? Probably need to expand this road just a little bit. Yep. Where is my dirt road or gravel road? And we'll just connect it like that. And hopefully that gets power. Yep. Okay, cool. So that should bring the water. Why are you not activating? Hello? Oh, there it goes. Okay, that was weird. It's kind of like borderline, but it'll be fine. Anyways, I also, I didn't mention this. There's a depot. I put in a ferry line, and all it does is it goes back and forth between these two stops. Why are the ferries going back to? That's interesting. For some reason, these two just decided to return to the depot, and then they're sending out two more. Anyways, yeah, all it does is it has two, maybe three, just two ferries that just go. Oh, you're carrying a lot of passengers with you. That's not good. Yeah, all it does is no, get me to water, please. It just goes back and forth between these two locations. So you have a stop like right near the Eden project with just a couple buildings right in here. And then, ooh, I like how this one built. I didn't even notice that. And then on the other side, I extended sort of this end of Oak Hills out. I just added a road in here and put a ferry stop there with a couple of commercial buildings. I didn't put any on this side just because I thought that was a bit unrealistic. And I ended up bringing this bus line, which previously just kind of went through here. I ended up bringing it down and having a stop directly in front of the ferry line. And you can see it's quite popular. Even the ferry lines are very popular. If I go back to my public transit overview, you can see like 184 per week just using the ferry line. As for buses, it's 1490. Metro is 1009, which, in a city of almost 42,000, that's a pretty decent amount. As for traffic, obviously the other side of the highway is still pretty bad, but the side that was concerning for the first part is doing a lot better. Hello, Synthos. So yeah, I didn't really come in with a plan. I'm just gonna kind of build, I guess. Probably expand across to here, and maybe start working on, probably in here, like a little suburb area. I'm good. How are you? I'm very tired, and yeah, didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I'm on call tonight, so probably not gonna get a lot tonight either, but that's fine. Also, this is ugly. That's fine. Yeah. Also, as we expand into this area, I will move these buildings somewhere better. Right now, they're just on their own power grid. It's just a single advanced wind turbine. Yeah, I was thinking about working a little bit on the transit hub today, but the fact that, like, I don't really think there's Genshin, nice. I don't really think there's enough population to warrant an airport, at least not yet. Um, because normally it unlocks at what, 55,000, and we're still 13,000 short of that. I don't know. So I think for now I'll probably just work on expanding to this side. This is going to be a very busy road. I just thought about that. In fact, probably just for this section right here, I'm gonna upgrade it to 8 lanes. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had this. Neat. Okay. Then beyond here, I'm really not sure what this area is going to be. I'm thinking probably like factories, and it's also going to need another highway interchange. In fact, I'm going to mark that right now. What does the terrain look like here? Okay. I mean, it's still bad, like in terms of elevation changes. It'll get better when we kind of... In fact, let me just go ahead and smooth out this terrain right now, because that is going to bug me. You get out here. And hopefully I don't get any weird, like, tunnels peeking through, because that's always frustrating to deal with. This side needs to be smoothed out a lot more. Okay. Now that that's taken care of. Yep, I was afraid of that. Okay, let's use move it then. Let's just get... Can I go underground with this, or is it not going to let me? That's annoying. One of these is... Yeah, there it is. Okay. So let's grab these 3 nodes and just lower them a bit. And hopefully, yeah, that looks much better. Okay. No like weird tunnel poking through. So how does the terrain look now? A lot more manageable. There's still like I mean, it's still a considerable height difference, but I kind of have a plan for what I'm going to do. So let me go in with tree brush, take out these trees, and then I'm not sure what this intersection is going to look like yet. So I'm just going to take this, plop it, and say interchange. We'll get there when we get there. So the only thing is I'll probably have to do something similar with like a big roundabout in the center, just because I really don't want to well, actually, no. I take that back. How far is it from here to here? 130. If I split that into 3, it's not going to divide evenly. What is that, 43-ish? So it's 43 and a third. So let's go... Let's bring our roads out from here. And this should be 44. Yeah, so the extra one will go in the middle. I'm actually going to move where the interchange is, because my idea is to come out to say, actually, let me get this zoning pretty even. That's a bit of a height difference there. But what I'll do is I'll bring... Hang on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work, or how I want to do this. So what I think I'll do is I'll have the entrance come to this road and the exit be off this road. How far? This is 44. So 22. and 22. This is not how it's going to be. I just need to mark where I am. So then I'm going to want to do something like this and this. Bring this guy a little closer. Actually, just kidding. I'll do this directly from here. Get out of underground view. Yeah. I'll do this and this. Does that look okay? This one needs to be brought down to here. It still doesn't look quite right. You come down to here. That is a very sudden incline. So let me do this actually. Say slope, and then you down here, and you down to here. No, you down to here. Thank you. That looks a little better. I'm still not entirely convinced that it looks great, but whatever. And then I need this a little further down. Probably like about there. And then how far is this currently? Ah, yes, thank you, very cool. Oh dear. Do not snap to angle, please. Okay, well, okay, JK, I do need you to snap to angle for a second. And then, after I do the turn, there we go. Okay, this one can just come straight over. So let's say to about there. And then I'll do just a bit of free forming. And hopefully that's parallel-ish. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Can I get this at a 135 then? Close enough. I also, I'll leave it on the ground. I will say that here, here, and here can be sloped, just to make it a little bit of a smoother transition. Yeah, so that, oh, forgot to do this side. So can I get 180? Can I also get it on the ground? There we go. Okay. And then as for coming in, keep you there. So I just kind of want to bring it off the same point. I also want you to terrain height. I don't want any weird terrain glitches going on. So this part's gonna look a little weird, because what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and this is gonna look really stupid at first, until I get it just right. You know, I forgot to raise it first. So let's go to about here and then come across, hopefully. Maybe not. And then I want to very quickly come back down to ground level. And they have plenty of room there. I don't know why it's complaining. And then once again, I want to come down a bit. So this is the part where I said it's going to look really weird. Can I? Okay. Apparently, I also need to watch that I'm not intersecting the this dude. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do sort of have this as like a featured centerpiece almost. Is that intersecting the... Oh, yes it is. Okay. Okay. So what I need to do then is bring these guys way lower. And then what I'll do is say you, slope. That way we don't get any weird train movements or metro car movements. And then these guys need to slope as well. So hopefully that should have... Okay, yes, it did remedy our issue. Obviously this is going to look a little weird for just a minute. But what I'm going to do here is bring it sort of... Oh no, I don't want you snapping to that. Here and then here. And I will probably have to lower this. Yep, okay. This is technically going to be an above ground view. Is there another node in here, or is that the only one? Okay, so I'm going to lower this node. I'm also going to bring it way back. In fact, I'm just going to say this goes to that height. And I'm going to do the other side before I fix the roads. So on this side, I want it to come out. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I do. And then over. And then down. Can I get to this guideline? Maybe not. Oh, autosave go burr. And then I believe I just went under and then did something like, oh boy. I don't want to connect to that road. Okay, so now what I need to do is go in. Can I think? Yep. Upgrade that to be elevated. Upgrade this and this to be elevated. And then I want to do keys along here. I just don't know how possible it's going to be. So let me see if I can get... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it back and then just drag it under. That is not perfectly straight. There we go. I'm going to copy and try and get them like across from each other a little bit and move them in. And then I want to copy these guys and rotate them just a little bit. So let's get this guy just a little closer. This guy, that's a little weird, but I guess I'll be fine with it. Can I get this to be the same height as that? Oh, nope, that's even worse. Okay. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. This guy, I want to lower. Oh boy. So it doesn't want to lower anymore. Let's just get the rest of it laid out. So this is going to go to somewhere over here and then connect. Did that not connect to that one? I don't think it did. Okay, apparently it did. It's just really not liking that. Okay, you need to go. Like, what the hell is happening here? Okay. Now, you need to go lower. Like, right about there. You... What is even happening here? That is the wrong one. Can I select the other one? That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's just do this for a second. And then what I'm going to do is try and curve it with the highway. This node needs to move just a little bit. This one I'm going to move to about here. Oh my god, okay. Okay, nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna say no to that. Just gonna copy this guy, put it back over here. Probably gonna have to lower some of this, maybe. That's probably fine, actually. These guys are not, though, so you need to go down just under the road. There we go. Technically intersects, but shh. And then what I'm gonna do is say from here. That's not okay. Hang on. Move you back to approximately there. Bring you across. I really did not want that curved. Can I get that to not be curved? Okay, apparently it doesn't like that. So what I'm gonna do then is draw this as two separate keys. Can I get this to follow the curve of the road? Maybe. And I'm gonna lower this all the way down to the ground. And I'll cover that with something. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Fuck. Why did that make that a separate node? Do I have more in here, or is that... Okay, well... No, I don't want you to connect, so I'm going to draw it to here. Drag this node over. Curve with the road. Take this node, lower. Oh, not that one. There we go. So it's not perfect, and I'm definitely going to use keys to hide my crimes. First thing I need to do, though, is go into terrain tools and get this terrain to behave, please. Huh. Oh, you know what? It's because this is considered down on the ground. There we go. So that looks iffy. Can I get this node a little lower? In fact, can I get it to the height of that node? Thank you. Can I get this road to the same height as that node? And then flatten or smoothen out, smooth the terrain. That's as good as that's gonna get. And then what I'm gonna do for this side is simply just drag it all the way to this road and lower it. And same thing on this side. Oh, a little higher. There we go. And then from here, do I have any walls? Or, nope, I'm just gonna use trees. Use trees to hide your crimes. for legal purposes, do not apply that to real life. So what I need to do now is try and bring this terrain height into here. And it's really not liking me for that. Okay. So instead what I'm going to do is bring it. Always forget it. Click with the secondary. So I kind of want to slope this here. And then smooth as much as I possibly can. It's really not liking me for that. Smooth, 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 smooth. For here, yeah, good luck with that hill, honestly. Oh, that actually makes it look a little better. The only thing is now this, not that one. This node is not quite following that road. That looks a little better. I would like to smooth, smooth, smooth. This one, I really wish it would flatten the way I want it to, but I don't think it's going to just because of how the keys work. I mean, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. That part really bugs me. But now what we go do is, where are my flat trees, or the Park Life DLC ones? No, they're in here somewhere. Is this it? That's flowers. Not quite what I want. Oh well. We're just gonna turn road anarchy off and turn prop anarchy on. And too small. Too small. There we go. In fact, let me just go ahead and like put a brush in here. So the thing about the brush is it won't, oh boy, autosave, go burr. Okay, it's really not liking that. Alright, so we're just gonna do something like this. That's more than I meant to place, admittedly. Because I forget that holding it down, like, you know, does that. But it's fine. Can I get a bush in here? Just a few to kind of dot the area. And then through here we don't really need any, which is good. It was really just that area. I will go ahead. Oh, that's not liking that. That's fine. It's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Anyways, let me make sure all my highway directions are correct. Oh, good. Okay. So what this will do is, one, I want these guys to have priority. Which I know is probably weird, but that is technically a highway entrance. So I want them to have priority. This shouldn't have a stoplight, but I want these guys to have priority because they're the ones that are going right. So I would say, I mean, for my first attempt at this sort of like sunken entrance thing, I'd say that turned out pretty well. It could have obviously turned out better, but oh well. I'm not the most detailed person when it comes to this game. I think another thing I'm going to do is go, ooh, it doesn't quite work out to halfway. So let's go. I know this isn't quite halfway, but I am actually going to drag some roads off of here. And then from this guy, go 21. that, and you go up to that height, please. That's quite a slope, but that's fine. I'm gonna kind of leave this area alone for now because I don't really know what it's going to develop into. So this guy over here, I'm not really sure. Oh, one thing I should mention is that this area is not going to be as like high rise as this area. If anything, it may get like this area. In fact, what theme is that? That's part of this one. Themes international. Okay. Yeah. If anything, it might look like that, but it's not going to be as high rise as like this area. Also, that is part of the mall. What is this building? Oh, I put that in. Well, now. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have this. Well, how do I want to do this? I think I will, at least for the exit portion, go ahead and have these two intersections. But for the entrance portion, first of all, let me get like right as much zoning as I can. Yeah, for the entrance portion, I kind of want to keep it separated so they have to come use the main road. Might not be the best idea, but I want to make sure that we're kind of keeping traffic away from the main road. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and road permissions. I also realized I left prop and tree anarchy on, so I am going to have to come through and remove these trees. And I will place them back down later. I'm also going to remove those two. There we go. And kind of these, because those are in the middle of the road. Beyond that, I don't really know what the rest of this area is going to look like. Oh, thank you, Jose. Very cool. Thinking what I'll do is directly across from where the highway entrance comes in, which I just realized. Oh no, it is central. I forgot this area is kind of built. It's a little bit of a lopsided grid, but it's fine. So what I think I'll do is I'll have like a fairly busy road up here. And I'll kind of bring this to the same point on both sides. Then I'll bring this guy straight through. And this area is going to be much more of a grid just because I do plan on this being a little more of an industry area. Just gotta make sure that all my lanes are set. That one was right the first time. Okay, they should all be good now. So just kind of looking at it, you know, we have this other highway entrance. I'm not really sure how I'm going to bring the highway to the transit hub. Haven't really thought about that. I might just be lazy about it and pull it underground, just because I don't really want to pull it through any of these districts. One, I don't think that's realistic, and two, I think it would just kind of ruin the look. And I don't really want to pull it along this river because I think that's a nice divide between like the city center and what is now going to be kind of an industrial area. So with that said, so we have farming. And I don't know what buildings I included. Large barn, milking, cattle shed, flour mill. Did I put a slaughterhouse in here? I don't think I did. And I think the reason I didn't put it in was because it was polluting. Yep. Okay. So, does this need to be in the industry area? Yes. Okay. So what I'll do then, oh, that's a big building. I think I'll just go ahead and place it like sort of at the end of this road. Make sure it has water. It does. Power. Yes. Yes. And then what I'll do. Well, actually, let me just sort of lay out this area. Let me also get. Let's see, I have a pulp mill. That's wood chip storage, forestry workers barracks, sawdust, sawmill, engineered wood plant. What else am I missing? I have that. I have that. Have that. Oh, I actually have all of these. Okay. I'm still missing oil and ore industry. Oil, there's only really one like good spot, and it's here. And the problem is, some of it is technically below the water level. As for ore, it's kind of like in these deposits. Oh, there's also a lot of oil up here. Ore is kind of just deposited in various places, like sometimes on a valley, sometimes up in the mountain. There's quite a bit like around the river here. There's a bit up this way, I think. Can't actually tell. I don't think there's any real like major deposit of ore. I think it's just kind of scattered. There's a little bit of one there. Oh, see, I can't tell if that's like the mountain discoloring it or that's ore. Yeah, the ore industry is tricky just because there's no like real big deposit of it. So what I'll probably do is use this handy dandy resource brush here, and whenever I make an ore industry, I'll probably just paint it in. Same with the oil, because I really don't want to like just build it in this area that's, I don't know, it just feels wrong. Tell you what, that actually might be where I bring in the highway for the airport, because that's kind of an ugly spot anyways. So yeah. Anyways, with that said, I want to look at some, well, I also want to look at fishing. Did I place the fish market and fish factory? It looks like I placed neither. Unless I placed them somewhere in here. Okay, so those can go over here. Oh, that's a big building. Maybe like right towards the highway entrance. Maybe on this side. The fish factory, you know, supposedly it's polluting, but we don't have pollution. Eden Project over. That's warehouses. I want factories. So I need factories that only rely on forestry and farming products. The furniture factory is one of them, though. Ooh, it actually fits really, really nicely in this space. Doesn't really fit nicely anywhere else. It does fit in here. The problem is that is quite a slope. And I don't really want to put it on that much of a slope. So I think I will just bite the bullet and stick it up here. The bakery requires crops and animal products. So we have all that. And it is small enough to fit in this area. I don't have that. I don't have that. Don't have that because that requires oil. That requires mining. Oil. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so most of this is going to rely on all four. So we have these industries in here. The other thing I want to do is I want to go in. Oop. And I want to say... Hang on. I'm going to get a little OCD about this. do need to encapsulate that area. So I think what I'll do is I'll just sort of bring it across like that. I want to give this entire area Industry 4.0 and also filter industrial waste. But also industrial space planning. Recreational use. I'm going to enable theme management and do international. Most of this is going to be industry. I think there will be a little bit of offices and maybe commercial, especially like along the main road. In fact, I think the main road is just going to be all offices. So let's go ahead and do that. Then there will be some industry, probably like right at the entrance. It'll be like some commercial. I don't know about high density, because I feel like that might be a little too much for this area. Well, actually those kind of look pretty nice. That one is a tall building. Is that a max level? Yeah, that's why. So maybe I just put it sort of on this inner block. And then I'll do some low density commercial sort of surrounding this area. Just like that. Whoops, missed a spot. And then the rest of it, I'll probably just do as industry. They will need services in here. That is important. And I think this, since this is going to be such an economic hub for this area, I need this one. I am going to give it big services. And they will need death care, which is annoying but necessary. Where's like a good spot for this? That's 3x3. That's a little annoying. Maybe I'll just stick it like right here. Fire coverage is going to be very important because it is industry. And policing. Garbage, maybe I put a couple of recycling plants. Well, I already have one here. So maybe I put one just kind of, I'll put two back to back in here. And pipes before I forget. And then I just need to bring a couple down here. This guy has water. Good. Power. So they're going to get some from here, but they're also hopefully going to get... Well, I say they're hopefully going to get a connection. I don't think they will, so I'll just drag one across like that. And let's see how it builds. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and this is probably going to look a little weird. I'm going to... Well, actually, I can just split a line off of here. I don't care too much about that. I am going to bring a metro line down here. And can I go underground, please? I believe, yeah, that's at a height of -15. So this side's going to have to be a little extreme. I don't even know if it can realistically get there. And then this side can be a little less extreme, luckily. And can I get this sort of aligned properly? It's probably about as good as it's going to get. There we go. And what I want to do is I'm going to drag this stop to this station, and then go ahead and just add stops like that. That does increase the number of stops on this line. So that's this line. So now it has 8 stops. So I am going to, oh, it automatically bumped it up to 4. The other thing I'm noticing is that these are pretty full. So I'm actually going to bump this one up to 5. And I'm also going to take a look at my other lines. Like, are these all filling up? Yes. So I'll bump you up. These guys, they're doing all right. So I think I'll leave them alone. And these guys are also doing all right. All right. And let's see how this area builds. So that guy's going to take a minute to get power just because I don't think I zone. Oh, I forgot to zone this entire area. Hello. What am I doing? Let's just start with some of the zoning over here, and I'll zone this area as well. Also, what, you need fish. Do I have, is there like a fish storage? Or do I just have to use a warehouse? I might just have to use a warehouse. And that fits really, really nicely. You are going to be... Oh, maybe not. Okay, you're going to be whatever this needs then. You need paper and plain timber. Oh, that guy's big. So this guy is paper, so I'm going to use plain timber for this guy. This guy needs crops, animal products, and flour, and this guy is fish. So I'll do 1, 2, and can I fit this guy in here? I cannot, but I can fit that guy. So I'll do flour. Oh, that's right. Crops can only be stored in granaries. So I'll do, let's see, animal products in here. And then I'll just, for this one, I will probably just do unique factory products. Nope. So yeah, these are going to have to wait until some of the resources get over here, which unfortunately, currently the only way to do that is for them to come all the way over here, around, and to here. Which makes me think that maybe some sort of highway or bypass that goes this way wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'm not sure. Also, I'm interested to see, so which area has the most, like, so these areas all have residential. These areas really don't, like Fawn Heights and Florence Park don't. So the total population is 42,261. 845 lived there, 1976 lived there, 1672 lived there. That one doesn't have population. 5,000 lived there, but that's also all 3 of these. 4960 live in these areas, and 2687 live here. 3667 live in Willow Heights, and 10,000 live in Hemlock Heights. That's a little ridiculous. For comparison, 5,000 in like that area, 3,000 in these 2 areas, and 600 just in this little neighborhood. So yeah, quite a bit dense in this area. How is this guy building so far? Also, I got a text, but not a call, so. Okay, I have Snapchats apparently, whatever. Don't care. So I do want to look at like these industry, or that's a shop. These industry buildings. So yeah, you can see like they're requiring a lot more highly educated workers. So that's good because they're going to fill up a lot faster. Oh, another thing I want to do is I know I have a Metro line connection, but I want to put a bus loop in here. So let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of want to keep it away from the highway, but that's fine. And I know these bus stops are fairly close together. And that was number 18. So 6 stops, 3 vehicles for now. And I want a line going in the opposite direction. And that should be the number 19 line. There we go. So just getting some more services in this area. There's still quite a bit of demand for residential, which is kind of interesting because, yeah, like we have all this population. I guess like there is quite a few job sites in this area, so that'll significantly influence that. Is this guy that actually? Oh, I guess I didn't add any workers like to the industry area itself. I could add more like sapling plants or sapling plantations in here. I don't know if I want to though. I don't know. Also, another like futuristic plane from an asset or mod pack that I don't even know what it is. That's fine. So that actually kind of filled up the industry and office demand pretty quickly. Beyond that, I'm not really sure where I want to build, because like beyond this, like besides this area and the transit hub, it's going to be suburban sprawl and then just small little pockets of civilization in like various areas. So it kind of surprises me that, you know, there's so much residential and commercial demand that even still. I do want to see how this looks. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty neat. I don't know like how much this metro stop is going to get used. I guess I'll just see when a metro car comes in if anybody's using it to get over here. Oh, there's one. So it's probably gonna have to wait just a second just because of that weird crossing right there from the loop. Let's just speed this along, shall we? So you are gonna go down there. And let's see if people get off of the train at least. Okay, so yeah, there were a few. Not like a whole bunch, but also, is it just like straight up a door? I guess it's a wall. I don't know. So yeah, there were a few. There also isn't really a bus stop in here. It's kind of around the edge, but it does look like quite a few people are walking still, which is definitely what we want to see. Now that's kind of an interesting formation there. What is that? Interesting. Okay, whatever. But yeah, the less people driving, the better, especially since this is going to be such a busy area for trucks specifically. Like all this industry is definitely going to have drawbacks on the city's traffic. And I think I'm going to go ahead and, oh boy, come back up, please. So I'm going to get rid of road guidelines. So I'm going to do 2 3x3 buildings here. So I'll just have a path like in between those buildings. It's technically not accessible according to the game, but you know, if somebody needed to go from the warehouse to the furniture factory or back, you know, that would make the trip a little easier. And I am producing both plain timber and wood. Yes? Okay, there's paper, paper and plain timber. There's paper. There's plain timber. There's another plain timber. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's just taking a while to get there. So how, like beyond the industry, how's the rest of this area looking? Ooh, I really like this building. That's kind of neat. They are complaining about workers. It's kind of to be expected with the residential demand. Let me go ahead and fill out the rest of this industry. Or this zoning with industry, I should say. Yeah, the biggest thing is like I'm not really sure where to build new neighborhoods. I don't. Oh my god, the traffic is just getting worse. Huh. Okay, so yeah, no, we're not having any of that. You guys need to choose your lanes. Super. That is not what I wanted. Oh, whoops, this is supposed to be able. My bad. Or you can only go to the right. So yeah. Oh, wrong lane. Yeah, I'm gonna do some lane management before I commit to this. So yeah, you guys that are going to the right, you can go to either lane. You guys that are going to the left can go to either lane. Stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane. And I think I can sort of... So this has separate turning lanes, which I am perfectly fine with. But you guys need to choose your lane early. And I'm also going to say these guys can go into this lane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... So this is already like a 2-lane entrance. But what I want to do... that's going to destroy my fence. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So that did make it a little ugly. It's like, yeah, there we go. If I just shuffle that node back, we're fine. So that is going to mess with my lanes. So this guy can only go here, and this guy can only go here. Stay in lane, stay in lane. Oh boy, no, give me, not you, you. Stay in lane, stay in lane. And not quite what I want. You guys can go straight across. You guys can go straight across. You guys continue straight across. It's going to be a bit of weird merging. You guys can go here, here. You guys can go here. I will say I will allow switching at this point and this point. Let's see what that does to traffic. So are you guys still giving way? You are. Are you guys still continuing through? You are. Okay. Just double checking. You guys are not giving way, and you should be. Don't know what happened there. You guys need to be giving way. Haven't really had any problems over here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Also, did that change? No. Okay. Maybe instead of saying that these guys can merge all the way over, they just need to merge here. Now, that's a little whack. Okay, so that's gonna do its thing, and hopefully once those vehicles are gone, it sort of clears up. So the merge point is up here. Okay, good to know. Yeah, traffic is backing up pretty far, which is not great. Like, basically from here to here, it's just a constant traffic jam. And I will admit, it is partially because of the DDI, and I do think having more lanes would help. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just from here. I am going to have to anarchy part of this, just because this does widen the road quite a bit. That part I'm going to leave alone. That part I'm also going to leave alone, but I'm going to immediately bring it up to 4 here. 4 lanes, 4 lanes, 4 lanes. That can go like that. This goes to 3. This goes to 4. This goes to 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. That's probably fine. But then I want 4, 4, 4, 4. Is that the DDI? Okay. I am going to say 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 4. So that ending bit will be a little weird. Yeah, so now what I need to do is I need to go back and manage all the merging. So that's going to go like that. Not quite what I wanted, but I guess that works. It's going to go like that. I'm going to wait a couple nodes before doing this. So I'll do this, and I'll also allow them to merge. Just that side, though. Tell you what. Since this side has less traffic, let's do outer there. Inners can cross here. And then this guy can go here. And then like that. Stay in lane, stay in lane. That works. So this is now a 5 into 4. And Traffic Manager doesn't always handle this correctly. So stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane, stay in lane. So they're merging up here. So I'll say outers can go. Wait a node. Inners can go. Wait a node. And lastly, these guys can go here and do that. Stay in lane. So realistically, the only people that should be using the outer lane are people coming through the city. Like, I guarantee there's still going to be people that, you know, merge all the way over. Although, actually, yeah, so the outer lane basically is just people going through the city the whole time. The furthest that people that came from, or cars that came from anywhere within the city limits can reach is second from the left lane, which is kind of ideal because it's almost like I'm just doing a 3-lane highway with a through road all the way. So I'm actually going to wait a few nodes here, and then outers can go in. And then I'll do inners can cross. Nope, can you select that node for me, please? I'll also say you guys can go here. So yeah, that one I'm gonna leave the same. This one is gonna have to happen really quick. So there will probably still be traffic issues in this specific area as people are trying to cut across. And then these guys can go here. And then what I want to do is say, you go across, you go across, you have a choice, you go directly there. Stay in lane, stay, stay. This one's going to be a little weird, although I actually have some time. So the only people that should be crossing, well, yeah, I'll do outers and then inners. Because if they need to head to these ramps, then they have enough time. So this is going to cause a bit of lag as traffic tries to kind of figure out where it's at. So I'll speed up just a little bit. So hopefully traffic is sort of figuring out where it needs to be. Looks like a lot of people are still hugging the left two lanes as often as they can. Little frustrating, but what can you do? Oop, autosave right after I just changed a bunch of nodes. That ought to go well. So how... Okay, this intersection is still slow. Why? Okay, because a lot of these guys are wanting to merge in. So what if I kind of broke my system here and gave them 2 merge points? Because, I mean, this traffic is just really bad. Yep, and sure enough, these guys are merging here. These guys are merging in. So you don't know why these people just don't merge earlier. Like, that's... I don't get it. Yeah, now this is having issues because people are trying to merge. Yeah, I mean, this entire area is just kind of a traffic nightmare right now. I mean, if you look at the... Yeah. Like, you can tell which road it is. Yeah, traffic flow 55. That's terrible. Especially for a city of only 43,000. And it's literally just because this road. And I think part of it is also I have no slip lanes into this area. So I'm going to do something probably stupid. I'm going to give these guys a direct slip lane. Because there's no Old Town policy on any of these. What I'm hoping is some of this traffic will start using the roundabout to go here. And additionally, they should be able to just cut straight over if they are. So I'm going to speed it up. That is not yielding, but okay. Hmm. See, why are you guys not yielding? You're supposed to be. I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of traffic issues. Okay. You know, I have a thought. No, that would just push the... Oh, hello. Ooh. Oh. I didn't realize that was a thing. Where... Wait, where is my sports stadium? Wait, do I even have a sports stadium? No, I don't. Did I build one over here? Like, I don't remember building a stadium. Okay. Anyways, I kind of want to just let traffic situate itself for a bit and see where that leads. I think another thing, because I don't think this one slip lane is going to be enough. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to start giving them, and this is going to make it look really ugly in some areas, but that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is give me road guidelines. I'm going to pull a road that comes off of here. And I'd really rather have this lower to like that height. And then, yeah, it very quickly needs to come down to 0 meters. I'm really surprised that didn't say space already occupied. And then I'll just curve it like that. Yeah, because I don't really know what I plan to do with this road anyways. Okay, that looks terrible. Hang on. Hello? Okay, the road decided to do a dance there. Never seen that before. So what I'm gonna do is say, you guys go here, and you guys both need to go here. So hopefully, I know one slip lane is probably not going to be enough. Also, I didn't even have anarchy on for that. That's pretty amazing. What I'm hoping is, and I'm going to need to adjust this node. Some people will start to use this slip lane. If they do, I'm going to start pulling more slip lanes off because I don't know what else to do. I mean, other than have a giant highway that goes across, because that would sort of disperse the traffic. But I feel like that would just kind of ruin the look of the city. Yeah, it might take a second. Okay, there's at least one. I mean, there's probably more that are all caught in traffic, but... Sorry, I was choking on air. I do want to see Are any of these cars... Okay, there are cars using this bridge, which is good. Are they going all the way... I'll tell you what I can do, actually. Oops. Are people using this to get into the city? I really just want the one side, but okay. A lot of people are using it to get out, which I suppose is good. Although some are going all the way around the roundabout, but whatever. Let me... Apparently pedestrians are using this too, which is kind of neat. Is anybody going... I gotta really zoom in to see the arrows. So some people are using it to get in the city. Which is good. Definitely what I want to see. Like, if people can use slip lanes, then that's good. Okay, and the traffic has gotten off the main highway. This is still bad. Yeah, huh. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and make a bypass. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert this trumpet interchange into some type of four-way interchange, probably just a stack interchange, because like this is a lot of area to work with. I will need to first of all reconnect this road, and then I will need to upgrade part of this into 4-lane sections, just to give them a little bit of time to react. And then, yeah, like that's already a 4-lane, so that's fine. Gonna take this node and move it back. I want to make sure that these nodes are even as well. I want to upgrade part of this into 4-lane. Probably, are you gonna, thank you. Probably this part. And then what I'm gonna do is just continue this like straight through. Can I get that up to 9 meters, please? Okay, that's interesting. It's probably just a highway support that didn't like where it was being placed. That is ugly. Can I get this to look a little prettier? Tell you what I'll do for now. I will drag this all the way out. I think that's... Nope. Most of this is definitely going to be 4-lane. But from about... probably like here-ish, I'll slope. That way it's just a little bit smoother. Okay. So, stack interchange time. I'm going to use 2-lane ramps to come off. And tell you what, I should probably come off like back here, so that can get downgraded into this. And then from here, and this actually needs to be 9 meters up. So you go to that height. Ah, yes, thank you. That could be a little longer. And then what I'll do is put very small, oops. Actually, I'm gonna do something that I like to do when designing massive interchanges like this. I'm gonna have a 9-meter segment, and I'm gonna have an 18-meter segment, and just kind of leave them there. This one I should probably move. In fact, both of these I should probably move, just to be a little further away. So first of all, let me just get sort of the design going. It's gonna look really weird because everything's gonna be intersecting until I get the heights that I want. That is probably, this is actually gonna have to come off a little further back. So we're gonna have to pull this back here, I think. Probably about there is fine. And then this one, I'm gonna have to move the supports of this bridge. In fact, that one I could just delete. This one, I'm just gonna scooch back just a little bit. So let's get all of these going. That guy, this is gonna have to be pulled even further back on this side, I think. So downgrade you, and you. And again, it's gonna look weird because I'm not messing with any of the heights yet. I'm gonna say these can come all the way back here. Can I get that off that node, please? Thank you. Okay, and then these guys are gonna have to be further along as well, which means these guys have to move again. And then this support has to go. There we go. Okay, there's still one there. Good, good, good. So basically, I'm gonna just kind of freeform all these sections that connect directly to each other, and I will fix them later. Because right now they're gonna look super, super ugly. Yeah, like none of the curves are right, but that's fine. So then I'm gonna need a section that goes like that, roughly. And tell you what, let me try and get as many nodes as possible in there. So yeah, section that goes like that. Section that goes like, oh boy, not that. That-ish. Obviously gonna adjust all these, because right now it's just highways, you know, phasing in and out. And like, ooh, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Okay, so for this one I'm actually gonna have to go something like, can I get this to detach from all nodes? Thank you. And then attach here. Alright, and now to fix everything. So let's get the curves going first. So this one, that's actually fine. Like the entrance is going to be something like this and like this. And then this node needs to move like here. Actually, I'm going to redo the sections that directly connect, like the right-hand lanes, after I get the bridges in place. So these all can go. In fact, actually, that gives me another idea. What if instead of trying to do like a bunch of curves, moving all the nodes, and that kind of mess. I just did straight sections first. I mean, it's still creating multiple nodes, which is kind of annoying. So what I'm going to actually have to do is this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, so what I'm actually going to have to do is something like this. So I'm going to create one node. And then I'm going to take this segment and curve it. Actually, I want this to be a little closer. This one's kind of an ugly curve. So I'm going to move this node, move, oh, did not want to play, Jesus. This one's going to be a little short. All right. And then what I need to do is something similar, except these are going to be some really, really long nodes. Yeah, and sometimes they're going to have rendering issues like that. I think I can live with that. Now, can you let me place, please? Yeah, so you'll see that if I cut most of the node out, it'll have some hovering roads, but that's fine. That's just kind of a risk that I'm willing to take because I'm not going to be over in this area a lot. I mean, this is kind of like I'm just designing the highway and then I'm going to be done. Also, it's not quite centered over like the roads, but I think I'm okay with that, maybe. Alright, and then which one am I missing? This one. Okay. And now I need to get some heights going. So I just realized I actually also need a 27 meter piece here. So these guys, I'm going to say to object height this guy, which is fairly tall, but we can fix that by doing this and lowering it probably to about there. I'll go in and fix it after I get these heights in. So these guys need to be to object height this guy. So yeah, this is obviously a very, very tall interchange. But that is kind of the nature of stack interchanges. I believe I have all the nodes selected, so now what I should be able to do. Actually, don't need this one. My bad. lower these guys. Probably about there is good. And then I'm going to deselect the ones on the bottom. And lower these guys. So now it's just a matter of getting some ramp heights going. So like this guy, probably gonna have to extend out here. Which I'm fine with. So let's delete this guy, upgrade. Probably about to here is good. And because I don't give them a lot of room, I'm gonna kind of extend this section here. So it's now 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. Alright, so from here, I'm going to keep it 0 meters probably to about here. And then I'm going to do just this and this. Obviously, that's not how they're going to remain. So what I want to do is bring this node over. And bring this node way over. Maybe something like that will do. And then this needs to flip direction. That is quite a height to make up for. So I think what I'm going to do is start lowering it just a bit. And I'm going to move this ramp way back. So that should probably be far enough. That is ugly. So first of all, you need to come over, you need to come over, you need to curve, you two can come over, 3, my bad. Can I get this a little straighter? That one needs to come over just a bit. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is say, for all of these nodes, I want them to be sloped. Which, not really an obvious change, but for this one it should look a little more obvious. Well, I say that, and it just decided to prove me wrong. So this guy needs to flip the other way. So this ramp is also going to have to move really far back. In fact, this one I'm going to move completely over the bridge. It's not ideal, but, well, okay, not completely over. Move it to about there. And I want that at the same height as this node. And I want this, oh dear, not that, this to be sloped because yikes. You're also going to be flipped the other way. Alright, and this is going to be interesting. So you go there. You go, you go there. This is a bit unusual in that, like, this is sort of coming in from this side instead. But, you know, it makes it a little interesting. Actually, let me just drag this all the way over. Okay. So yeah, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll get the job done. And it's in a really... Okay, that just looks terrible. It's like kind of in an awkward area as well, which I think is just kind of a testament to how tough this ended up being. That still looks pretty bad. Does that look any better? Not really, but I'm gonna leave it. This ramp is also gonna have to move way back. There we go. Wow. Hello? So, a similar thing here. And this guy is going to screw up, so I'm actually going to do it in pieces. Boop, 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 and boop. That's a little... There we go. You move over. You move over. And you can curve just a little bit like that. This one's already pretty manageable. I think I'm just going to drag the nodes along just a little bit, which that's fine. Okay, this side still kind of bothers me, but I'm gonna just like not look at it for a bit. Like honestly. Oh dear, autosave in the middle of building a bridge. I also need to finish this up because in about 16 minutes I have to go to grounds. So yeah. Yeah, I honestly did not realize that building a stack interchange would take this long, but such is the nature of massive interchanges. And another thing I can do is after I flip this one's direction, I can slope this entire thing, which probably isn't going to change most of these. Okay, I lied. Let's just smooth that out, because yikes. And then this guy, I don't know if I smoothed this guy already. I don't think I did. Or sloped him. Apparently I did not. Haven't sloped this one yet, just because I still need to do... That's annoying. Can I get away with lowering this guy? Okay, not a lot. Can I get away with raising this guy? A little bit, okay. So this is going to be the weird one. Although I say that, and this probably turned out better than like half the sides I've done so far. So now I just need to go like this. And this should be interesting. Okay, that one didn't turn out too bad. So now there's just two sides left to connect. Thank God. You and you. So gonna move this node back and do that, and something like that. And then up there's that glitch. But that's just kind of something I'm gonna have to live with. Okay, and then this one can just be directly like that. This one, that's the only two nodes. Okay, are there any of these that I haven't sloped? And also this one needs to be flipped. And then beyond that, so now I just need to figure out how to, I'll probably bring it around this way and then have a little thing for like the airport and the transit. I think what I'm really quickly going to do is just kind of quick and dirty. Can I get this to snap to angle, please? Yep. And I really hope this keeps it the same height. Good. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to finish quick. And then I think what I'll do is sort of just something like that. And that. Hopefully it's the same heights. Okay, good. These are not going to be even curves. So 12 and 12. 5 by 5 because I'm using freeform. 7 by 7, but I'm going to curve it a little better. Whatever, that's fine. No, it's not fine. And then these guys are probably just going to run like straight next to the metro building doohickey. I also need to reconnect those power lines. Which I'm just going to do memes and dreams. Oh, apparently not. I forget. I need to turn anarchy off with power lines. There we go. And this is definitely going to be interesting. Oh, that was interesting. So yeah, very quick and dirty because I do not have a lot of time. Except you need to be raised to... I'll make this one the... no, I'll make this one the 9. And then I'll make this one the very quick 18. So do not connect to nodes for me just for a second. Okay, well on the back side you can. Like, don't take it literally. Can I get this guy like a little higher, please? And then this guy, okay, yeah, a little higher, please. That's not terribly unreasonable. Yeah, like I said, very quick and dirty, because I had no time. But I want to see if people start to use this. And hopefully all of this is connected and functioning, because otherwise that's going to be a little embarrassing. Oh god, that one looks terrible. Hang on. Boop. Boop. And boop. Okay. Yeah, this looks terrible, but if it works, I'm not going to complain. And I just want to make sure that people are indeed using it. So, oh boy, what happened here? Okay, are there any other weird sections along the highway? Okay, looks like everything's good. So these people are definitely using it as a bypass to get over here. I want to see if anybody comes onto this highway, like specifically to use this. You know, it'll take a second because traffic go burr. But, oh geez. Yeah, it's an issue. Hopefully people start using it as a bypass. Looks like some people are indeed exiting, but they're going this way. That's unfortunate. Whatever. I'm just not going to look at it. Yeah, that turned out a little weird. Can I get this to that height? Yep. Because there's an extra node in there. Don't know why that happened. But anyways, I'm just gonna use this as the screenshot. Thank you so much for joining. I have to go do rounds. I hope you enjoyed. You know, donation, whatever, follow, subscribe, YouTube archives. Yeah, you know the drill. Bye.